ready to launch. Give this a try and you should find you can now move the selector around either the cursor or the screen controls. It looks pretty good, although it can probably benefit from a nicer backdrop of some sort. What it really needs is the ability to actually select the level. A good way to do this would be given our level images proper names, which will be same as our scene names, so level 1 and level 2, and make the selector itself a trigger with box collider. We also are going to add rigid bodies, which are useful for our collisions and detections. So that means we are labeling our different objects, and we are adding rigid bodies means uh, if our character touches them, it will collide with them. We obviously do not want our levels to fall off the bottom of the screen, though, uh, because of gravity. So click the little drop down menu and next to body type in order to choose kinematic. Saving our progress. Level select is not much use until we can save our player's progress. We want there to be a sense of accomplishment and progression as they play through the levels, which means that the option to play further should open up as each level is completed. So, option to open up means we go to next level. So we need a way to save our progress. So we are saving our progress. That means we are going into next level and first level is saved now. And Unity actually gives us a number of options, from using player preferences to serialization or creating text files. Technically, what we should be using is serialization. It lets you save a lot more information more quickly. For now, we are going to use player prefs because it is quick and dirty and much easier to get head around. So here we are using prefs. Player pref is supposed to be used for saving preferences like image quality, or whether you want the sound on settings. That means sound on setting means sounds in game. In other words, but for honest, a lot of indie developers use this method exclusively. If all you need to do is store some top scores and level images, it will do just fine. It is incredibly simple to save the level as soon as we load it. Just update the end level script attached to the rocket it in level 1 to look like this: public class end level mono behavior, public string next level, public int level value, void start, void update, void on trigger enter 2d, 2d collider 2d other. If other dot tag is equal to player, save level, level value, scene manager dot load scene next level, public void save level int level, player prefs dot get int furthest level comma level. That one line, player prefs dot set dot int farthest level comma level, is all it takes. This creates a new integer with the key farthest level and puts it in the player prefs. We just need to add the public variable level value in the inspector, and now touching the rocket will load up the next scene and update the saved variable. To make use of this, we need to make our level select screen a little smarter so that it will be able to show us when a level is not ready to be loaded. Create two of these and place the first one so that its size behind level 2 further back in order. If you get this right, it will not be visible. The second goes along the right when level 3 be later. So here we are saving the levels.